Welcome to another episode of Sorry for My Language. I'm your host, Grindstone. Oh, yeah. And today on Sorry for My Language, I have a couple things to just kick to you. You know what I'm saying? This is episode, my goodness, I think we're up to episode 27. Oh my gosh. Yeah, episode 27 of Sorry for My Language. And this is sponsored by Grindstone Universal, the epitome of luxury. It's where progress is made and truth is revealed. Right now, I'm wearing a Grindstone jacket. Oh my gosh, all this is on the website. Peep the deets, would ya? Would ya? Mm, mm. Yeah, it's the shirt. Yeah, it's the jacket. Giving it to you. This right here is made of it's a Carolina Herrera fabric. I just did them dirty with this. Just did them dirty. But the truth is, you'll be one of only a few people walking around with this item. If you go to grindstoneuniversal.com and just buy this art. And by the way, when I talk about this art, this picture right here behind me, that's a picture that I painted as well. So one time. Yes. So really, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna get in and get out like a pit stop. So there are a couple things that I have to address. Of course, I'm gonna drink this water. Did you have your oregano oil today? My goodness. There's a couple things I want to address. Um, I'll just listen to you. Like first I want to talk about business etiquette. This is for entrepreneurs. This is for people who approach entrepreneurs wanting a service or anything that involves what they do for a living. I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that for a sec. I'm going to also talk about this economic blackout, February 28th. Not quite sure who evaluates the results of how that comes out, how that came out, but I would like for that to be something that we look at to see if the measurables were there, to see how you felt about it and to see how effective it might have been in putting a dent in the pockets of those who financially oppress us and discriminate against those who don't play in their 0.001 percentage of the financial basketball court. And last but not least, this whole President Scooter and Zelensky argument that happened yesterday, that was freaking weird. And I just want to talk about the effects of that and how that affects everything that we have going on in terms of the moral fabric. In terms of you remember you was a kid and you used to be like, man, I'm gonna be president of the United States. Like, how does that affect the kids now? How does that look? How does that position look? How does the necessity of that position look? So we're gonna talk about all that here on Sorry for My Language. So, very first things first. Oh, you guys. A lot of you have friends, family who have businesses. And some of you all have businesses who are watching this. Okay, so now one thing that I'm going to say to those who might not know, because you can't say it's malicious, although sometimes it is, but sometimes I'm just going to say you might not know. If somebody has a business, has a thing that they do for a living, and they get paid from it, and that means what that means is they spend a lot of time crafting it. They spend a lot of time thinking about it. They spend a lot of resources on it, whether it be financial resources. Oh. Just got word. R.I.P. to Angie Stone, the soul singer, the beautiful Angie Stone. She was in a tragic car accident last night. I'm not sure if it was last night or yesterday, but we've lost a great one. Moment of silence. for Angie Stone. Also, for those of you all celebrating Ramadan, um, you know, I wish you all the best manifestations through your prayer, and may peace be with you throughout this disciplined journey for the next month or so of Ramadan. Um, I think that if you pray 5 times a day and you are not consuming the consumables, food, drink of any kind when during the sunlight hours, you will become a peaceful person. And I think that that is that's an honorable practice. So shouts out to you on your fast. Okay. Now back to where we were. There is an etiquette that you have to approach an entrepreneur with. A business owner. I don't know if it's a small business, large business, it could be a corporation, it could be anything. But there's an etiquette. And the etiquette that you approach the people with who spend their life in order to create their life, do not ever, I'm getting all in the microphone, but I'm going to say this. Do not ever, y'all get me in my vibes now. I'm doing so much, but it deserves this. Do not ever ask for them for anything for free. Product, service, brand placement for free. Just because you know them. Now, a lot of y'all might understand that. If I cut grass for a living, don't ask me to cut your grass for free. Don't do that shit. And don't try to place it like, but I got a corner house and all my neighbors look at my grass. And if you cut my grass for free, that's going to get you all types of action. Nah, because the reason you know about me cutting grass is because I'm like that. So I've already done effective marketing. If you want to help me market, then you pay for the service and leave a Google review and chat it up as a paying customer. Don't ask for free shit. If I offer you something free, that's very different. But don't ask of my product, service, or brand for fucking free and act like it's marketing. It's a tremendous insult to everybody who got it rocking. Okay? And if you own a business, do not get played into, you could be a performer, whatever it is that you do. Don't let anybody talk you into doing it for free if that's not really in your heart. Because I know that's not in your business plan. And most of the time people, man, it'll be good marketing. It's not. Not as if you took those same hours and did whatever the fuck got you known by the person who asked you to do it for free. You could have been building your own spider web. And then this person wanted something free. They tricked you into thinking their marketing machine was super like that. Asked you to do the shit for free. You did it for free. And how many customers did you really gain from that? Come on, what we doing? Unless you have some type of wild reach, like the Super Bowl or something like that, I get it. Without that type of reach, don't come for the business owners. And business owners don't allow that shit. That's off the damn chain. It's ridiculous. I always see like a lot of entertainers, performers get conned into that shit. Perform here, it's gonna be a lot of people there, and da 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 da. Y'all ain't fucking paying. You realize the blood, sweat, the tears, the whatever else bodily fluids come with putting your heart out there, practicing that, overlooking the critique that others may have, criticizing yourself to the point where you do your absolute best for somebody to say, come here and do this shit for free? You fucking kidding me? Even if you deliver biscuits, don't ask for free biscuit delivery. Nigga, pay me. Now, on the other hand, if I do deliver biscuits and you ask me to help you cut the grass, that's totally different. That's totally different. Because then out of the kindness of my heart, I might come help you with that. Hell, I don't make money from cutting grass anyway. Might take some take my mind off of my business. That might be good for me. I might enjoy doing that. Bet I'm gonna do that. Cool. That has nothing to do with my brand. You my friend. I'll do that because we're friends. But if I'm biscuit delivery and you're saying put these biscuits here because I'm such a magnet for marketing and you're really trying to talk that shit to me, you are speaking through the devil's purse lips of business manipulation. I promise you, that is unacceptable. Is an unacceptable way to approach a business person and business people. Is an unacceptable pitch to consider hitting. Okay, so just don't do it. Let's just lay the ground rules because that's what we're doing when it comes to improving ourselves as we're watching the collapse of the corporate structure of America happen and everybody starting their new business. Okay, all this do some shit. Do what you do for me for free because people are gonna see you. That shit is stupid as fuck. You weren't ready for me, okay? As a business owner, you just weren't ready. You weren't ready. Whatever your thing was, you weren't ready to entertain quality brands. So do not approach quality brands asking for your free shit. Now, if you provide a service of some sort and now we do bartering, that's cool because now we're not talking free. That's different. But just do it because then people will see it because I'm so fucking popping. Man, get your popping ass away from me, man. Back down. We don't need you here. We do not need you here. We do not need you here. Back down. Back down. Back down. I mean, is there any other way to see that? I don't know. I'm not going to look at it another way. I choose not to. So we're just going for business literacy right now, right? As we're approaching tax season, I want everybody who prays to pray that the IRS falls apart before the 15th of March. That'll be pretty dope, right? We'll see what President Scooter has to do about that, you know? But on the subject of business and on the subject of financial empowerment, this past February 18th, there was a there was a there was a what was it? A February 28th blackout, which meant that black people or people who were subject to being left out by the diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, well, there was supposed to be a buying blackout, something that showed first of all, I thought the messaging wasn't accurate because it said don't spend any money. But then that means you're not supporting even the people who you like to thrive. I think that was a messaging error. But later in the fourth quarter, people tried to correct it, the last day, and they were saying that don't spend with Target, and it was a list of stores that not to spend with. If you had to get some essentials, then you could buy black or buy from a small local business or something like that. But it was really the people versus the corporate. Shout out to Uptown XO. He talks about culture over corporate quite often, which I think is a very necessary stance to take as a person in population. So we're sitting with the power to shift whatever corporate trend, whatever money trend is going on. So the things that we suffer from is because we also build the environment of suffering by the way we spend. And by the way we fail to support those who employ us and uplift us. And I think that that's a big faux pas. Absolutely no idea why black people don't own the equivalent of the NBA. I mean, I just don't understand what is the reason for the suppression of these tall, jumping high ass Negroes to not build their own, or why they won't support Ice Cube more in the big three. But whatever, we'll see what the future holds. But anyway, when it comes to the Nguzo Saba, which to many people is the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, you have Ujamaa, I want you to look up Ujamaa. It might be something great for you. But what that is cooperative economics. And Kwanzaa is a set of principles that is celebrated like right up from the day after Christmas till New Year's. But it's really something that can be enacted all the time. And February 28th with the blackout, with the buying blackout, that was a time in which we should have even brought up the term Ujamaa. It's something, and Umoja, unity and Nia, purpose. We could have, this, it goes throughout the year with its relevance and how it builds our community, builds our family, builds our own self-esteem. So shout out to Karanga. The Nguzo Saba. Check it out. It's a set of principles. Okay. Now the truth is, if you want a revolution, it starts in your mind. Then it goes into your checking and savings. So how you spend your money empowers or strips power from wherever you choose to take money from or put money. Every day you could chip away at that. Okay, so I know it was like a February 28th fast that day, right? That day we're not gonna do anything. But just change your spending habits. That alternative person that you found to do whatever you want to do, let that be your permanent person. Okay? You don't have to rely on the big corporate entities to supply you with your basics. You just don't. You just don't. And it would do you a great deal in your community to have them cater to you. And when I say them, I mean the big corporate entities, the ones that we complain about, the ones that build the prisons, them guys. They think they got you by the throat, and they don't. You got yourself by the throat. Looks crazy. I know those big corporations must look at us, the population, and be like, they are insane for enslaving themselves. They're crazy. Why do they do this? They could get out of this as soon as they decide to unify with their spending. They don't have to agree on shit else except for where they're gonna spend money. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So I just encourage everybody, with your dollar, whenever you spend it, consider who you spend it with and who they spend it with and what they believe in and support. So that's how you should spend. With the exception of I guess like your water. Like the shit that comes to your pipes. Not your drinking water, but the shit that, you know, that you can't control. Certain shit built in the zip code you chose to live in that you just gonna have to pay for a certain way. But everything else, you have a big choice. Use it. Use your choice. Um, that's one of the beauties of the freedoms that we have, And talking about the word free, back to page one, when somebody is asking you to make your business function for free for them, the only time I want the word free involved in a conversation involving my business is if we're talking about uh, liberation for our people. But don't ask me to do shit free. Don't even buzz my phone. Mi telefono es not fucking with you. Okay? Know that when it comes to business. Now, if I offer, let's chat. If I don't insult me. And when I say me, I mean me, the business owner. Okay? And I speak for business owners. Get your motion up. Okay? Get your motion up. It's beautiful when we could sync up like that. My goodness, this water. I swear, when you put stuff in your water, and I just want to remind you every show, like that, water's good for flushing, but when you drop a little do diddle of a natural essence in there, mine is Mediterranean. I was about to call it olive oil, oregano oil, dude. It just goes throughout your body and just turns you into this spry motherfucker. Bitch, I'm spry. I'm spry. So, being that um, I radiate in my community, my dollar radiates in its community. And I want you to understand the power of your dollar and the power of your time, who you work for, and what they believe in. So, what you're actually building with your time and your money. It's a recurring theme, but we're here to grow together, right? We're here to grow together. Okay. And the weird thing, not even the weird, but the poignant thing about this conversation is that here we are, 2025, right? President Scooter. I don't know why I call him President Scooter, but he just seemed like a kid, you know, the orange one. He just seems like a kid, like a kid named Scooter. And I'm gonna take my ball because Daddy said he bought this basketball for me, and y'all won't pick me and put me on your team. Fuck you. And he don't have a country accent, but he just I don't know. He just seems like a bitch ass child. And what we're witnessing right now with President Trump in the White House is the beginning of a debacle. It's debacling already. And for those of you all who didn't see the Ukrainian president in the White House and and President Trump, Vice President, and then some other older white people all having this conversation yesterday that turned into an argument, it was bad reality TV. It was crazy. And the word of the day, pugnacious. Why is he so pugnacious? This motherfucker, and I don't know. Okay. I had a couple thoughts. One was, I don't know if this is how negotiations always have gone, but now we're just allowed to see it. And right as I thought about that, I was like, okay, if that's how negotiations have always gone, that's still rude. Now, look, I've done several business deals on several levels in my time. You always lead with respect. You got to respect the motherfucker if you're going to do business with them. Otherwise, somebody has leverage over you and you sun them into something, and it kind of feels like extortion or bullying or some shit where you leave the person who was the B side of the deal saying in their mind somewhere, yeah, I'm going to get this motherfucker back. So now you got like this edgy, testy relationship, and that ain't the way you do good business. So I don't like that shit. And I don't think that that ganging up on the Ukrainian, I'm not sure if he's a prime minister or a president, but I don't know if that bullying is going to help. I mean, he's telling like now, but the odd thing about it, all these people in this room were white, and it was white people arguing against each other. And for that reason, I don't really give a fuck. Like, hey, kill each other. Like I don't really give a fuck. But then, matter of fact, slap box, step on each other's toes, gouge each other's eyes out right then in the moment. I don't really care who wins or loses. I hope both y'all lose. Double fatality. But you got one guy who's asking for hella money to fight a losing war, and then you got another guy who's like trying to chump him and really dehumanize him when the dude is really standing on business. Now, I don't know why the Ukrainian war ever started. I really don't even know. But here we are, and several billions of dollars have left America to get in the losing team's corner rather than create peace. Now, while I do understand that was a function of a couple of years of presidency prior to this moment, um, the way that shit is disrespectfully handled, and let me tell you where the crux of the disrespect came. When white man number 4 standing behind Trump said, as Zelensky, he said, do you own a suit? Why, how come you never dressed in a suit? Do you even have a suit? He said some old suck ass shit like that. What the fuck does this have to do with anything? But then Zelensky came back like straight nimble minded, like he's a comedian or something. He was like, I'll put on a costume after the war. Smoked him. He's like, perhaps I put on costume like you wear. Perhaps I put on costume like you. Maybe it might be more expensive, maybe it might be cheaper. I don't know. But that was through his thick Ukrainian accent, that was his, fuck you, pig. It ain't like, you ain't like that. Fuck you and your suit. I'll choke you out with your necktie. That was him saying that. And I could really appreciate the sentiment and how quick he was with that. And the fact that he called it a costume. Because after all, that's all the damn suit is. That's all the garb is. Walking in there like you're more intelligent or you're more civilized because you're wearing a fucking suit. Shit don't make no sense. Shit don't make no sense at all. The fuck? I wear costume like you when the war is over, bitch. Yeah, got him. I like that. I like that. Good job, good man. So, anyway, the white people are squabbling, and it looks really, really bad. And there's a price to be paid for the disrespect that is happening from the leadership. Let me tell you the first price that's to be paid. You listening? Good. The first price that's to be paid from this ignorance is the price of the people of America finally understanding that this group of leaders in America is here to cater to the elites only. To the elites only. It's never been much different than that, but it's very blatant in this season of America is falling. In this season of Babylon is falling, you have a whole bunch of rednecks in a shack who voted a guy in who went into their towns and convinced them that he's the guy for them. And the only moves that he's busting are moves for people who are not them, for people who have the bread. Matter of fact, he even set up the damn, you could become a citizen if you can afford $5 million. Nigga, what? Do you know how many crooked ass wild animals could get $5,000 to get American citizenship and come up in here and cut up? Oh man, come on. Do you know how much cocaina is about to be in America for that reason? Oh my God. Do you realize what the prostitution ring is about to look like in America? The what they call that? Human trafficking. You realize how that's about to go up if a dude with $5 million who's just a wild hyena could come in this joint and become a citizen and blend into society and do his motherfucking thing? Come on, man. And meanwhile, that oregano oil, God dog. Oh, we gotta take a break. Hold up. Woofy, woofy. The natural meds, boy, they will get with you. This is Jeez, Luigi's, Meeges, Peaches, Sieges. Woof. Anyway, that shit was real. Yeah. Be healthy. This is to your health, man. Goodness gracious. And because if you're not healthy, you're not gonna be able to survive the anxiety that is brought upon by your by the unemployment that's gonna be in your neighborhood, maybe in your house, maybe in your life. You're not gonna be able to survive the stress from your scrolling, from all this nonsense that's happening in America. It's a whole lot of shit you're not gonna be able to survive if you're not physically present. So every now and then you got to drink some natural shit that's gonna burst through your system, like I'm doing right in front of you. And I swear, something about that oregano oil. It's like nitrous. It's like you. I hooked my race car up so I could just get that juice on the quarter mile. Freaking out of hand. But anyway, people are getting laid off left and right. Right, people who have financially secure jobs, they're getting laid off. Um, you're having the regular people of America who are seeing the grocery prices all the way spiked. You know, they said it's bird flu with the eggs. I don't know. I don't eat eggs, but something going on with the damn eggs that got people tripping. Got people selling their bodies for eggs. People going wild for damn eggs. I don't know. I don't know what the hell is up with eggs, but it's going down. And that's not the only expensive thing in the grocery store, right? So all these people, all these rednecks wearing their damn trucker hats, thought that you were going to have a better life because you got your guy in office and all he's doing is trying to build a luxury hotel and knock your little shanty down. He ain't trying to make education better for little Bubba. He ain't trying to make it better for little Bubba. Bubba gonna get lost in the sauce. Bubba can't even read. He not gonna give Bubba dental care. He not gonna give little Bubba some health care so he could check on that damn rash on his back. Little Bubba gonna die in the sticks if you don't hurry up and get to reading, learning something. So now here we are back at self-education. One of the most revolutionary things you can do is teach yourself. Exchange your bullshit for learning. That's one of the most revolutionary. Revolution means change. That's one of the most changing things you can do for yourself is to educate yourself. And thinking that you had voted in a Superman, you see how disrespectful he is. Once you have a bully, you have several people preparing to whoop the bully's ass, right? And that person who's going to get busy on the bully is not always somebody who you expect. It's not always the obvious enemy. It's going to be somebody on the bully side who can't wait to see it happen, who might even pull a string or do a thing to make it happen. Watch. So, fear not anything except for your lack of preparedness. And that's something that you control. But you don't have to fear this government. They're going to burn out. Like, I don't even give this show we're watching another year. These niggas, they're not going to be able to stand one another. Something going to happen. Somebody going to blow their teapot and it's going to be a mess. It's going to be something, they're not going to be able to keep, not like they have control now, but somebody going to flex on somebody and it's going to be irreparable damage. So destructive things usually self-destruct. And that's what I expect out of this government very soon. I mean, it's only been 1 month since inauguration and it's a damn fool. And this ain't the destroy and rebuild mode. This is just the destroy and we're going to have to figure out something totally different. It's like the team is 2-10. You have no chance of making the playoffs. Like America is the New York Jets of countries. That's what America is. Like you're 2-10. You got a few more games left. I guess if it's 17 games, I bet you could be as 5-10. It doesn't make sense to make 5-10 because that's still for what? I guess for pride. Nah. So you may as well just tank and start over again. And that's where this country is. America's in the tank phase. Okay, so where are y'all? Where all the black Trumpers at? You know, all you raccoons who was on motherfucking all the social media is really in your fields talking about what Trump gonna do. Where y'all at? How your money feeling right now? Did he help your portfolios out or not? Nah, not really. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I figured it was gonna be like that, and so then it's kind of like you really pushed a word for the destruction of the fabric of the things around you because you thought that money was going to come in exchange, right? You thought it was going to be money, right? You knew it wasn't going to be freedom for people, but you thought it was going to be money. So you really pushed that line. And I would say I'm secondhand embarrassed, but I'm not embarrassed at all. I just know who to fuck with and who I can't fuck with. I know who would open up their whole tailpipe if enough money was involved. That's what I learned from all this. So yeah, you know, you live and you learn, you gain certain people, you lose certain people based on principle. And a lot of people really shift their message due to circumstance and not principle. And it's disappointing because a lot of the people are appointed to a higher value. But I see they got hoe cake in their bones, you know? I just see they got gelatin and all in them, you know? And what can I do about that? Nothing. I just have to accept the fact that, damn, this Trump inaugural brought the juices to the surface of a lot of people who I thought was solid. And Trump is not doing anything surprising. And in these streets, it's fucking up a lot of jobs, which fuck up a lot of homes, which make crime rise. It makes the crime rise around you. Matter of fact, I was at a very nice hotel bar. I won't say the name of it. Last night, and you used to just see the chitter chatter go around. There was always hustling going on in that little lobby area, though. There was always some little things going on if you knew what you was looking at and looking for. But my goodness, the prostitutes was tooting last night at the bar. I was like, okay, girl. This is like a real prestigious isn't the wrong word to use. This is a real prestigious hotel lobby, not even lobby. What am I saying? A hotel with a nice restaurant in it, and bar, and you just go there for the bar action sometimes. But these ladies who were at the bar, they were on their job. You were in the right place because that's where the people got some change, and it was in there for that bottom line though. And I was just like, "Ooh, I see it, I see it." Now, to the regular eye, you might not see what you're seeing, but I see it. And for me, what I'm seeing, that's an indication of an adverse economy. And you got to get it how you live. And they getting it how they live. And I'm sure a couple of them who was in there were not doing this pre-pandemic. Didn't look like it was a whole lot of mileage on a couple of them. I'll just say that. But here we are, So that also underscores a reason why you don't ever lend out what you've built for free upon demand. If you feel charitable in your heart, then you do it. But don't ever get tricked into it and allow somebody to say, man, it's great marketing. Man, you realize how far that person was from putting on them stockings and walking amongst pushy men during windy nights, but instead they decide to believe in their business. And now here you are asking for their services for free? Come on. Buy that person's thing. Spend money with that person's business before you ask them to do some fucking free shit with their business, man. That's crazy. I think the world's going crazy. I think the world's going insane. I don't know. And then sometimes I do know. And then sometimes it's not up to me to know. But anyway, I just wanted to leave you with those things, man. First, don't do that shit for free unless it's liberating the people. And then next, expect the worst if you spend money with your oppressor. So be very, very conscious of the way that you spend. And don't let February 28th be a one-off. Change your spending habits, change your lifestyle, change your world, and change your future. It'll also change your present. And you'll find things that you won't normally find, if you're real conscious with your spending. Once again, go to Grindstone Universal. You can get all this fly gear I'm wearing right here. You know? Go to grindstoneuniversal.com. You know, you ain't finding this in Target, baby boy. You're not. Okay. So for everybody out there, I just wanted to leave you with those good words. Had to get that off my chest right here on Sorry for My Language. And for the rest of your day, follow your mission. Stay on your constitution. And don't worry about this government. It's going to self-destruct anyway. Just stay on your grind. From me, Grindstone, from here, Sorry for My Language, I bid you peace and farewell.